Here's how I would think of how to actually pick the service-based business if you don't know where to start. So you want to look at the intersection between three things. Number one is the industries that you're passionate about. Number two is the skills you can learn or skills you can acquire. And number three is the problems you can or want to solve. So a few tips on this. The more insider you are in the market, the better. So a classic example of this is consultants who work with companies as employees and then leave, they launch a book, and then next thing you know, they're a consultant and they're consulting a bunch of companies in the Fortune 500, right? So like there's a person, for instance, I know from Google who ran all of their HR, all of their recruiting, then eventually left, wrote a book, and now does a bunch of consulting for a bunch of Fortune 500 companies, do HR and recruiting and all that stuff. I'm not saying you should go after Fortune 500 companies unless like you're somebody like that, but just as an example of somebody who was insider into the market, and then they're leveraging that specialized knowledge to create a consulting online service-based business out of that. The other thing you want to think of is what skill are you open to 10,000 plus hours honing, right? Because really, if you could just become amazing at what you do, a lot of the other stuff will take care of itself. It'll be easier to market. You'll get more word of mouth and referrals. The sales process even becomes easier. Not to mention you get client results, good word of mouth and all that stuff. And keep in mind, if you don't have a skill right now and you have to pick one, the more skilled you actually become at solving a certain problem, the more passionate you'll gain over time.